Today we are going to discuss different classification of robots. Actually, we can divide the robots into different classification based on three bases. That based on work envelope, based on motion control, and based on drive technology. In which, based on work technology or work envelope, we can divide the different robots into Cartesian coordinate robot arms or rectangular coordinate robot arms, cylindrical coordinate robot arms, spherical coordinate robot arms, articulated, and finally SCARA, that means selective compliance assembly robot arm. And based on motion control, so related to the movements, we can classify it into two, that's point to point and continuous robot. Based on drive technology, that's we have two classification, that's hydraulic or pneumatic, and second one is electric. These are the different classification. You can see the classification based on work envelope, based on motion control, and based on drive technology. Coming to the classification of robots based on work envelope, we can define it as depending on the configuration and size of the links and wrist, robots can reach a collection of points called workspace. That's a reach of a robot. If my hand is a robot arm, I can reach that length, or you can use this area, or you can use this area, and that's the area I can cover, or I can move my hand throughout my surroundings. That is workspace. Based on this workspace, we can create a structure, workspace structure, that's rectangular shape, cylindrical shapes, spherical shapes, etc. Okay, so we will first discuss the robot classified robot, Cartesian coordinate robot arm or rectangular coordinate robot arm. Actually, the workspace of a Cartesian coordinate robot arm is rectangular shape. Okay, you can see the Cartesian coordinate robot arm there, in which we have three axes, three primary axes. All the three primary axes are prismatic joints. You can move the robot tip or end effector up and down, then you can move left and right using the y-axis prismatic joint, or you can use in and out, or in and out. So there are three linear motions or three linear joints, in and out, up and down, left and right. So basically the movement creates a rectangular shaped workspace. That's why the name Cartesian or rectangular coordinate robot arm. Basically, being the three prismatic joints, we represent it as triple P configuration. Three prismatic joints means PPP, triple P configuration. So we have triple P configuration, three joints there, rectangular workspace. Coming to the advantage of Cartesian coordinate robot arm, it's easy to control, being there is no revolute or rotatory joints. We have only prismatic joints that moves linearly. So that's why it's easy to control. Okay. And we have another advantage of Cartesian coordinate robot is repeatability. While we are employing this Cartesian coordinate robot arm for a pick and place purpose, or pointing some particular area repeatedly, we can utilize this type of robots easily, because the repeatability advantage of this robot is very high compared to the other types. Okay, that's the end of Cartesian coordinate robot arm. I can show you the workspace of a Cartesian coordinate rectangle here. The first figure shows the workspace of a Cartesian coordinate problem. You can see the rectangular shape of workspace. Okay, thank you.